Hi, beginning orchestra students, it's Mrs. Slominski with a video for you on our day 14. It's Monday, January 20th, and we had a number of people gone today because of the cold and sickness, I think, too. So I'll run through the songs that we're working on this week and hope that you can keep up with what we're up to this week. All right, we had a hymn study, and that was on the song, How Great Thou Art. Please listen to the two different versions that are in the email and notice what is different between those two recordings. The first one is from I think it's 56 or 57, so almost 70 years ago. And then the second one is from much more recent. So they're two very different versions, and I love them both for different reasons. Next up, there will be a bow warm-up video to also practice your best bow hold and doing some bow exercises, like going up like a rocket, down like the rain, round and round like a choo-choo train, round and round like a great big sun, then put it on your nose just for fun. Okay. The goal is for all of these new bow games that we're starting is to help our hand to keep that best bow hold shape flexible and relaxed, able to move, but still holding onto our bow and not dropping it. So that's why we're doing all these different bow games. We started something called the cup game, and we will do many rounds of that in the next week. I'll show just a smidge. I don't have a helper here right now, but we have a cup. I don't use a glass cup or a plastic cup. This is paper. You could use paper or styrofoam. And if you have someone else at home, I know some of you are siblings or cousins, you could play the cup game together. I will have a PDF of the cup game in the email as well. The first level is pass the cup. So the second person would come in and take their bow and just pass it. You don't want to drop it. If you drop it, you lose a life. This week we got to level 3. So level 1 was just pass the cup. Get it to the next person without dropping. Level 2 is stir the cup before passing, okay? And the motion mostly comes from your pointer finger, kind of guiding the bow. You want it to stir, not shake, okay? So it's not a back and forth, it is a stir, drawing a little circle in the sky with the tip of your bow. Here's what it looks like without the cup on, so a little circle in the air. Level 3 was stir the cup while passing. So stirring the cup, and then the next person is stirring, they come in, and the cup keeps in constant motion. Oh my, the cup fell, we lost a life. So that's an exciting cup game that we started, and if you missed it today, we'll do it again next time and probably a couple more weeks after that. It's a lot of fun. If you think of a new level that we should try, let me know. We've already got 13 levels and counting. So lots of fun. Great. Let's see, rhythm cards. All right, we reviewed songs on page 19. A couple of them were duets. We might actually keep those around for future and like for the spring concert. And we are keeping 2 of these songs for next time, number 91 and 92. So I'll play through those. This is on page 19. We're using our bow, changing fingers with our left hand, and we want to get the speed of these songs right on. So if you see a half note, make sure it lasts for 2 counts, 2 counts. If you see quarter notes, boom, 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 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, okay? So we're doing a lot of patterns like that, but also these songs. Here is 91, The Old Gray Goose. 1, 2, ready, go. Nice. You know, if you were listening very closely, the first time through, I made a little mistake. If you look at measure 3, there's 3 E's in a row. I think I only did 2 that very first time. I kind of know this song by ear, so I was doing my ear version the first time, and then the second time, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna play exactly what's there. So if this is a familiar song, I want you to really be picky to play what you see on the page. There are some slightly different versions of the song because it's traditional. The next one, 92, Fiddler's Dream. The notes change a little bit more in here. 1, 2, ready, go. So that, again, that rhythm is what we're looking for, the changing notes. It says test line on it, and we might turn that into a test for a future week. Now, we are adding one brand new song. It's just turn the page, number 93. It's called Up to B. These are all half notes. So it makes it a little simpler, but we also want to make sure a nice, long, smooth, kind of slow bow to get a beautiful sound. Here we're crossing over onto the A string, okay? Sounds like this. Before every song, please make sure to name each note. Make sure that you know which note you're playing before you just dive in. It's smart to think through the song before you start playing. All right, now the very exciting thing that we started was the song Star Wars. This is the theme from Star Wars, the main theme. So there's a lot of different versions of this. And here's a version I've used for a couple of years. When you look at it, there are a few kind of new notes, but if you see on top of your very first note, it says 1 on G. No matter what instrument, for violin, viola, cello, this is actually the same. So 1 finger pressing down on G, sounds like this. Okay, so it's a low A, but we're just gonna think of it, how do I make it? 1 on G. Later in the song, so let's see, let's just say, we see circle A, circle B, circle C. Those are 3 different sections of the song. This week, we are going to be targeting the A section. So it's really just, basically 2 lines of music. So we're not doing the whole thing this week. We're just getting used to that first main section. I will play the whole thing right now, though. It starts off pizzicato, and then a quick switch to arco. So I want you to try this with me. Start with your Beth bow hold. We are going to get into a new position. We're going to curl up our bow in our hand like this so that you can hold your bow, but pizzicato, okay? You can uncurl, get your thumb in position, okay? So this is arco, change, pizzicato. Make sure that your thumb and pointer finger are free, little crab pinchers. Back to arco, back to pizzicato, okay? So I will do that switch where it says the word arco in my music. Here's what it sounds like. 1, 2, ready, go. Next switch. throughout this song, it has some faster notes. You'll notice, even in line 1, there are some notes connected at the top right here. Okay, those are faster. We call them eighth notes. We will study them next year. We're just getting a little exposure to them here in this song. So 2 fast notes together. On line 2, 3, and 4, and on all the other lines, there are some spots where there are 3 notes connected with a beam on top and a number 3. That number 3 does not mean finger number 3. It's showing that these are triplets. That means 3 fast notes that fit inside of 1 beat. These fast notes where there's only 2 of them fit inside of a beat. So that's eighth notes. These are triplets. So the triplets are just faster. I'm gonna just pinpoint a little spot to really work on. If you go to the beginning of line 2, it has this pattern, G, F sharp, E, high D. These are 4 fast notes in a row, and that's probably the trickiest part here. Sounds like this. Okay, so I want you to take a lot of time to get used to that pattern. You can start even slower. Then speed it up. Okay, you heard me get a little bit faster each time. If you can play those notes that speed, you are right on target. Again, this week we're working on 3 short songs from in our book and the beginning, that A section of Star Wars. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time in February.